Good morning. Good morning. This is Earl J live, Earl J Sports Talk Show. And I seem we're on time today. Coming to you live from the Atlanta AT. I've got a lot to talk about today. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to hit you with this before we get started. All right, let's jump right into it today. Good morning, everyone. God bless you. God bless everybody in the world. Glad you guys was able to tune in today. We got a lot we want to talk about and get to today. I'm so happy to be here with you guys this morning. God is so good. We'll get that out the way. And anybody that's watching, I want you to know that I appreciate you. You know, it's good to be good to be alive. And it's good for you guys to tune in and watch my show or listen to my show, however you want to do it. But we're gonna jump right into it, and we're gonna waste too much time with this football game last night. The Rams, the 49ers. I said yesterday on my show I wanted to see the 49ers win that game. I knew it would be tough, but as long as Jimmy G didn't turn the ball over and make foolish mistakes, as long as Shanahan call a good game, call a good plays. He's a master at designing plays and calling plays. And last night, I'm gonna give a shout out to him, because I was about to get on his case after last week. He called a good game last night. The defensive coordinator, DeMarco Ryans, he called a good defense last night. The defense was outstanding last night. They had 7 sacks in that game. And right now, the 49ers defense is ranked number 1 in the league. Top 5 defenses in the league right now is 49ers, Eagles, the Bills, the Cowboys, and Tampa Bay. You want to go a little further, I think Green Bay is like number 7 on defense. But them 49ers, woo, last night. Woo, if y'all watched that game. Woo, that defense. Ooh, that Boza. Ooh, that Boza. Ooh, that number 97. Ooh, you better get a hand on that guy. But I want to jump right into it because Jimmy G, he played a good game last night. He had 0 turnovers. He had 230-something, 250 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no turnovers. He did better than I thought he was going to do against the Rams. But like I said yesterday on my show, he normally play good against the Rams. Before the NFC Championship game last year when they played the Rams to go to see who was going to the Super Bowl, the 49ers had beat them like 6 or 7 in a row, in the regular season. So, and I believe it was 6 in a row, and last night made it 7 as far as the regular season is concerned. But the Rams ended up beating them in the NFC Championship game when it counted. That was the game that I wanted to see the 49ers win. I think if they went to the Super Bowl, they also would have beat Cincinnati. So we're going to get into it. I want to talk a little bit about the 49ers, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Rams. 49ers defense, like I said, they're number one in the league right now. Believe it or not, they are number one in the league, even though they're 2-2. They shouldn't have lost that game last week against the Denver Broncos. What did they give up? 12 points, 11 points. Right now, the 49ers defense is first in points allowed a game, 11.5. That defense is only giving up 11.5 points a game. And as far as yards a game, their defense is only giving up 234 yards per game. The quarterback pressure, they're number 2 in the league. Quarterback sacks, they're number 2 in the league with 15.5. They're only giving up 161.3 yards passing per game. That's all they're giving up. That front four, woo! That front four. But the 49ers only blitz 9.2% of the game. So that depends on their front four to get to the quarterback. And last night, they picked up the blitz a little bit. I was glad to see defensive coordinator Ryans do that because I know been watching the 49ers for years. They're not really been a big blitzing team. They're like one of the top 3 teams in the league that don't blitz a lot. The 49ers only blitz 9.2% of the game. 9.2%. That's very low. So they don't blitz a lot. They depend on them guys up front to do their thing and get to the quarterback. And they've been doing a good job. But last night, they had two of their main guys out on the front line. Armstead is out, like I was saying yesterday, and Kinslow was out. And they get those guys back. Woo! Man, that 49ers defense, you as long as Jimmy G don't turn that ball over and make stupid mistakes, and Shanahan call a good game on offense, that defense gonna keep the 49ers in the game. It's gonna do it. I was very glad to see them get the win last night. They played an outstanding game on defense. Offense wasn't that bad. Wilson Jr. broke that 32-yard run up the middle on the Rams last night. Ooh, that was nice. But Debo, woo, Debo Samuel. Woo, that Debo. Anybody wants some Debo? Woo, that guy caught that pass and took it to the house, 57 yards. Jalen Ramsey's talking smack. I said yesterday, they're probably going to put Ramsey on Debo. But they had a couple other guys out there on him. But when Debo caught that pass and broke it and took it to the house for 57 yards, Ramsey tried to tackle him after he got about 20 yards up the field, and Debo just shook him off. Debo is a physical player. You better get a hand on that guy. I'm telling you right now, he's still young. You better get a hand on him. You better get a hand on him, Debo. You better get your hand on Debo. He'll hurt you. He did it last night. He showed me something. I think 6 catches, 115 yards, touchdown. But I will talk about that Cooper Kupp. Matt Stafford had a hard time trying to get the ball to somebody else besides Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp had 13, 14 catches, 122 yards, something like that. No touchdowns. The other wide receivers only had 40 yards in receiving. So I think the receivers are passing last night. Stafford only had maybe 168 yards passing. He didn't do a whole lot because he didn't have time. That defense was all over him. He's picking himself up out the ground. So I'm here to tell you, the 49ers is 2-2 now. They tied for the lead in that division with the Rams, Seattle, and the Cardinals. So they're going, like I say, if if they can keep Jimmy G turning that ball over and play a basic offense the way they've been doing and play defense the way they're playing right now and stay healthy, they're gonna be something to reckon with. And that's because they 2-2. They got the Carolina Panthers coming up this week. Baker Mayfield, you better be ready. And Baker Mayfield got a QBR of 15.3. 32nd in the league. He got the worst quarterback ranking in the league. Baker Mayfield. 15.3. And they play the 49ers this week at Carolina. Good luck with that, Carolina. Nick Bosa gonna be coming at you. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what the 49ers do going forward. You know, like I was saying about that defense is only giving up 2.9 yards per rush. 2.9. 2.9 on the average. That's all they're giving up. They ain't giving up a whole lot. Of course, the Rams running game ain't all that right now. You know, that's why you see Matt Stafford throwing that ball a lot last night. Cooper Kupp, like I say, had about 14 catches, something like that, 122 yards. And so we're going to see, you know, the thing about the 49ers defense is that they're not giving up the big plays, passing plays down the field. You could throw the ball underneath on them. You're completing probably about 65.1% throwing the ball underneath, but you ain't getting nothing downfield. They're shutting it down. I really thought that they were coming into this year, the 49ers was their weak spot was going to be their corners, safeties, but that number 29 for the 49ers had that pick six last night. Woo! I like him. He was a good player at USC. He's going to be a good player for them. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing good defense. Keep the turnovers down. And I think the 49ers will be in the mix. They should be able to make the playoff. They got a tough schedule coming up down the road. Well, everybody got a tough schedule. NFL ain't easy. Any given Sunday you can lose. It don't matter. Ask Pittsburgh. They'll tell you. Ask the Cleveland Browns. They'll tell you. Let the Jets do something to them. But them Rams, they won the Super Bowl, and I'm not counting the Rams out now. I'm not counting them out. 49ers needed that game last night. And they knew they needed it. The players knew they needed it. And they played like they needed it. And now they need to play like that every game. That defense need to play like that every game. You're number one now. You're number one on defense now. See if you can hold that spot. See if you can hold it against Carolina coming up. You know, Carolina might put up some points on them. They might. I don't try. They got that boy McCaffrey. He does it all. Run it. Catch it out the backfield. You might catch some passes out the backfield on us. You ain't going to run too much. You get 2.9 yards a carry. You might break one here and there. The 49ers ain't giving up a whole lot on defense. I mean, even before last night's game, I had said that the 49ers defense was number one, top three, and they are number one. They got the number one defense. Surprising me, I was watching a little Stephen A. Smith, and he gave out a top five. You know, I gave out my top five NFL yesterday, and he had three of the same picks that I did in the top five. He had Philly number one. I had Philly number one. He had KC number two. I had Buffalo number two. He had Buffalo number 3. I had KC number 3. And behind that, he had the Packers and the Cowboys. He's got the Packers. The Packers fell out of my top 5 because of how they played against New England on Sunday. But Stephen A. Smith had the Packers at number 4. He got the Cowboys at number 5. I mean, he's a big Aaron Rodgers fan, that bad man. But I can't see the Packers being number 4 right now. I mean, I really can't. Even though they're 3-1, I think the 49ers is a better team. Packers might have a better quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. But I don't think they don't have a better defense. Their offense, I don't think they got the weapons we got, even on offense. You know, thing about last night's game is Jimmy G was kind of upsetting me for a minute because he wasn't getting the ball to Killer in bits. And, you know, he had a couple catches, but they was using Killer a lot last night in the block game. But Jimmy G threw some nice balls last night. He really did. You know, like I said, he's not a great quarterback. He's been to the Super Bowl. He'll get you there. And if he can stay healthy, the offensive line can keep him off the ground. He didn't get no sacks. He didn't have no sacks last night. Jimmy G stayed clean last night. Stayed up on his feet. Offensive line did a good job. And Donald was trying to get to him, though. He was trying. And that's a bad boy there, Aaron Donald. He's the most double-team player in the league for the last 3 years. You play against the Rams, you got to get some hands on Aaron Donald. Because he's going to be coming at you. So most of the time, people's are double-teaming him every now and then. He might get loose. He got loose a couple of times trying to get Jimmy G. But like I say, the 49ers offensive line did a hell of a job last night. They really did. I want to continue to touch on the defense because they really impressed me last night. They really 7 sacks. You know, bunch of quarterback pressures, bunch of quarterback hits. For a minute there, a couple of times I didn't think Matt Ryan for Indianapolis Colts. For a minute there, he kind of reminded me of Matt Stafford, getting up off the ground. But Matt Stafford, he a few times I didn't think he was going to get up. You know, he took some hits last night. He a tough boy. He a tough boy. I give it to him. He took them 7 sacks last night and got up. But 49ers defense, woo, man, they keep playing like that. Get Armstead back, Kinsler back. Them 2 guys that was taking their place last night. Well, we got some people over there on that bench. That like I say, man, next man up. Armstead goes down, groin injury. He didn't play last week against Denver. We needed him in that game. And I thought he was going to be ready to play last night, but they kept him out. He's standing over there on the sideline with his uniform on. Kissel's up in the booth, clubhouse somewhere, watching the game. So hopefully he'll be ready to go. He'll be ready to go this week. I'm gonna jump off that for a minute. There's a couple other things I want to talk about. Like I say, my chat line is open. Subscribe to my channel. If you're on YouTube, you go to YouTube on your phone, whatever. Hit the subscribe button down on the bottom there and subscribe to me. That way, I know you're giving me some love. And view my videos, view my show. And if you don't view it today, you can save it and go to YouTube and pull it up and see what I'm talking about. If I'm talking about your team, if I'm saying bad things about your team, then I mean your team ain't playing that good. You know, if I'm saying good things about your team, I mean I'm giving you some love. You know, one thing about football, the season. It's only been 4 games. It's a marathon. This ain't no sprint. Still got 12 more to go. So it's a marathon. You don't make the playoffs in 4 games. You got to keep playing. You got to stay healthy. You want to get to the playoffs. You got to stay healthy. So it's a long way to go. It's early in the season. Like I said yesterday, I ain't gonna make no picks about who gonna be in the Super Bowl and who gonna win the AFC and who gonna win the NFC. It's a marathon. It's plenty of time for that. We'll get to that on down the road. There's a lot of sports analysts, sportscasters is making predicaments and making picks about who they think going to be in the Super Bowl, who they think going to be in the playoffs. Yeah, like I say, it's only week 4, week 5 coming up, and you're making them kind of picks. What if something happened? Then you'd be like, oh, I already know he was going to get hurt. I didn't know this was going to happen. Cause them. Keep them from making the playoffs, keep them from going to the Super Bowl. Michael Irvin, Dallas Cowboys, he really believed that the Cowboys can make it to the Super Bowl. I don't. I really don't. I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm going to keep calling it like I see it. They playing good right now. There's no doubt about it. They got the number 4 defense in the league. That boy Michael Parsons ain't no joke. I give him that. He's a good player. And Cooper Rush is keeping the bowl alive until Prescott come back. So we're gonna see. They got a tough schedule coming up. Dallas do. They got the Rams this week coming up. The Rams just lost last night, like I say, against the 49ers. So we're gonna see what they do about that. The Cowboys and the Rams this week. So that's gonna be a game that the Rams need. And the Rams are at home against the Cowboys Sunday. I'm gonna be making that pick on Thursday. Who I think gonna win that game? Definitely will. So the Cowboys, all you Cowboys fans out there, there's a lot of you. I know it. It's a lot of Cowboy fans, and but like I said, we're gonna see what they do with the Rams this week. We're going to see how that go. And see if they can beat the Rams. And after the Rams Sunday, they're at the Rams Sunday, and then they turn right around the following week and go to Philadelphia. Woo! I can't wait for that one. Woo! I can't wait for them to go Philly. Maybe Prescott might be back for that game. But Jerry Jones keeps saying that they're going to hold him out, be cautious with him, take him out. I don't know if he wants Cooper Rush to be the quarterback there or what. But like I say, the Cowboys got the Rams coming up. Then they got the Eagles. They might lose both of them games. We're going to see. We're going to find out when I make my picks. And then they got the Detroit Lions. And then the Chicago Bears, possibly 2 teams they can beat. After that, they got the Packers. Woo! That bad man. Aaron Rodgers. They might be able to handle them. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is probably wishing he had that number 17 right now. D.A. Devontae Adams. After the Packers, the Cowboys got the Vikings. And those 2 games is on the road, too. At Green Bay and at Minnesota. You know how hard it is to win in Green Bay. It's hard to win there. And that game, that Packers game is November November 13th, I believe. So it's going to be cold up there. Then they got the Giants, and then I got the Colts, then I got the Texans, then I got the Jaguars, then they got the Eagles again, they got the Titans, then they got the Washington Commanders. So we're going to see, Dallas. We're going to see. Might make the playoffs, might get a wild card. You know, like Stephen A. said, it's a suspect waiting to happen. It's an accident. So we're going to see what Dallas do going forward. There's a couple other teams I want to touch on. Going forward, like I say, the 49ers play Carolina Panthers this week. And Baker Mayfield over there, 15.3 quarterback rating. Wow. I'm glad. I know Cleveland glad they got rid of him. I know that. But they got the 49ers this week. After that, they got the Rams. So good luck with that, Baker Mayfield. And after that, you got the Buccaneers. And then the Falcons and the Bengals. It don't get no easy. Ooh, this is the NFL, man. These schedules. Ooh, some of these schedules, these teams. Ooh, these schedules. I want to talk about them Cleveland Browns too. You know, before I get back over there. Cleveland Browns, they just lost to the Falcons. This week they're at home against the Chargers. That's going to be a good game. I think I make that pick on Thursday. Chargers and the Browns going to be a good one. After that, the Browns got the Patriots, then the Ravens, then the Bengals. Woo, these schedules. You think you got it easy? No, you don't. Them Green Bay Packers, talk about them. They got by the Patriots. And they got the Giants coming up this week. They should be able to win that game. They're at home against the Giants. Daniel Jones had an ankle sprain this past Sunday, and they took him out and put Tyrod Taylor in there. Tyrod Taylor now got a concussion. He's in protocol concussion mode. Yeah, he got a concussion. I don't know if he's going to be able to play Sunday or Daniel Jones going to be able to play. Who their quarterback going to be Sunday against the Packers? And after the Packers play the Giants, they got the Jets. You know, then they got Washington. Then they got Buffalo. Then they got the Lions. Then they got the Cowboys. Then they got the Titans. Then they got the Eagles. Then they got the Bears. Woo! That's a schedule right there. That's a schedule right there. That's, you know, I'm in the ATL. You guys better hit my chat line up and let me know what you think. I'm about to talk about these Atlanta Falcons since I'm down here. I hope some Atlanta Falcons fans is tuning in and watching my show, listening to my show. Because they just beat the Browns this past weekend. They won that game 23-20. It was a game I thought they would win. I took them on my picks. This week they got at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just lost against Kansas City. That's going to be a good one. Atlanta, you better be ready going down there in Tampa. Tom Brady going to be pissed off. So we're going to see. Atlanta got Tampa Bay this week. The following week, they got the 49ers. The 49ers will be here in Atlanta. That's a 1 o'clock game. I got my ticket already. Go down there and see what this defense look like. After that, the 49ers, they got the Bengals. Then they got the Panthers. Then they got the Chargers. Then they got the Panthers again. Then they got the Bears. Then they got Washington. Then they got the Steelers. Woo, Atlanta. The next 3 games is really tough. You know, Tampa Bay, 49ers, Bengals. They might not win either one of them games. But we're going to find out when I do my picks every week. We're gonna find out what they do. But the Falcons ain't a bad team. I think Mariota, quarterback, he's decent. He ain't great, but he's decent. He'll win you some games. Their defense try to keep him in the game. So we're gonna see. You know, yesterday I really touched on them Pittsburgh Steelers about how they plan and how they let the Jets come in there and beat them. So we're gonna see what they do. They got Buffalo this week. After that, they got Tampa Bay. After that, they got Miami. After that, they got the Eagles. After that, they got the Saints. Then they got the Bengals. Then they got the Colts. Then they got the Falcons. Then they got the Ravens. Then they got the Panthers. Then they got the Raiders. Then they got the Ravens. Woo, Pittsburgh. And then they got the Browns, the last game of the season. Woo, Pittsburgh. Woo. What a schedule you got. And Mike Tomlin believing in Trubisky. Are you serious? Kenny Pickett might not win any of those games. The next 3-4 games. But I think he'll play better than Trubisky. Of course, he a rookie. I mean, I'm going to throw some interceptions. He had 3 interceptions when they put him in there in the second half. But 2 of them wasn't his fault. Guy ain't catching the ball. Tipping the ball, coming off his hand. Defensive man right there to pick it off. So you can't blame him. You blame the guy that's not catching the ball. You hit your hands, you're supposed to catch it. That's one thing I was talking about Jerry Rice yesterday, how he played for so many years before he got hurt, how he came to camp in shape every year running that hill out there in California during the off season. He always say if the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to catch it. Jerry Rice's father was a bricklayer. He used to throw Jerry Rice bricks. Jerry Rice used to catch bricks with his bare hands. Working with his dad. That's why you didn't see him drop too many. If it hit his hands, he caught it. You can bet that. He was a bad boy. You know, like I say, so it's a lot of good receivers in the league. Maybe one of these shows, I'm going to get my top 5 or top 10 wide receivers in the league. Maybe I'll do that. See what y'all think about the pass catchers. Everybody say Cooper Kupp number 1. I ain't going to disagree with you. Everybody got an opinion. But those are some teams that's really got tough games coming up because Tampa Bay they lost like I say Sunday night against Kansas City, so we're gonna see what they're gonna do coming up in the future, and they better be ready. They better be ready. They just lost against the Chiefs. So they should be able to beat the Falcons this week. It's going to be a good one. So just because I'm in Atlanta, don't mean I'm going to let you know. And if I got some fans out there that's watching my show here in the ATL, I ain't going to just jump on your bandwagon and tell you that the Falcons are going to beat Tampa Bay. It's going to be hard. Tom Brady pissed off. So we're gonna see, and after Tampa Bay played the Falcons, they got the Steelers, then the Panthers, then the Ravens, then the Rams, then the Seahawks. Tough games. But I was listening to Stephen A. Smith talking about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a hell of an athlete. There's no doubt about it. He ain't got the talent that he normally have right now on his team, wide receivers. but he's still slinging that ball. I don't know if he's the best quarterback in the league. I ain't gonna give him that, but he a bad man. I ain't gonna give him. He's the best all time. You know how many quarterbacks done played the game before him that was in the Hall of Fame? I'm not a Peyton Manning fan, but Peyton Manning was he'll sling it. He'll sling it on you when he was playing. He got a Super Bowl. So Aaron Rodgers, like I said yesterday, I know you missed that bad man out there in Las Vegas now, number 17, out there catching the ball for Derek Carr. And I don't know what Derek Carr thinking about, but he better get his head together. You know, they got a tough schedule coming up too. Talk about them. You know, they ain't raising no cane. You know, they got their first win against Denver. You know, so we're gonna see going forward. They just beat Denver Sunday, 32-23. They're at Kansas City this week. The Raiders at Kansas City. Woo! All right, good luck with that. After that, they got the Texans, then the Saints, then the Jaguars, the Colts, the Broncos, Seahawks, Chargers, Rams, Patriots, Steelers, 49ers, Chiefs. Woo! They might not make the playoffs. They 1-3 right now. They might not make it. They might not make it. Like I say, Chargers. I had the Chargers in my top 5, and I had Kansas City at number 3. And I don't know. Way Kansas City looks Sunday night, them Chargers better tighten up. That's all I can tell you. You know, Kansas City's schedule, it ain't easy either. You know, they got some tough games coming up. You know, so we're gonna see. They got the Raiders this Sunday. Then they play Buffalo at home. Then they go to the 49ers. I hope our defense be ready for that. And then they got the Titans, they got the Jacksonville Jaguars, they got the Chargers, they got the Rams, they got the Bengals, they got the Broncos, they got the Texans, they got the Seahawks, they got the Broncos, they got the Raiders. Woo! Kansas City. But Patrick Mahomes gonna be up for the test though. You can bet that. So let's jump over to some basketball. NBA last night. They had some preseason games going on, and it was a lot of them last night. Quite a few of them. The Lakers played last night. I'm gonna talk about them. But the Lakers played last night. They lost that game to the Sacramento Kings, 105-75. 105-75. They lost by 30 points. Anthony Davis played about 18 minutes. He had 11 points. Anthony Davis had 18 minutes last night. He had 11 rebounds, 10 defense, 1 offense. LeBron James, he played about the same amount of time, 18, 19 minutes. He only had 4 points. So I'm trying to see where the Lakers is going forward. I know it's preseason, LeBron had 4 points last night. Anthony Davis had 11. That dude, Nunn, he's finally healthy, shooting guard. He came back to play last night. He had 9 points. Westbrook played about, I believe Westbrook played 23 minutes or something like that. He played 14 minutes, 5 points. Patrick Beverly didn't play. He didn't get in the game last night. Well, he had 8 points. He did. He played last night. Patrick Beverly. But the Lakers, they play a lot of scrubs after LeBron and AD and Westbrook went out. They was winning early, 47, 43, 47, 46, something like that. They took, like I said, they took the starters out. And they end up getting blown out 105-75. Like I said yesterday, Anthony Davis said he in the best shape of his life. We're going to see. Last night was preseason. 11 points, 18 minutes. We're going to see. Okay. The Grizzlies, they played Orlando Magic last night. And that was a pretty decent game. Of course, everybody know about Memphis Grizzlies. They got that boy Morant. He had 22 points last night. He played 21 minutes and had 22 points. They won that game. The Grizzlies did. Against the Orlando Magic, 109-97 last night. The Thunder played the Nuggets last night. They beat the Nuggets 112-101. And the Nuggets, the Joker played. He only had 2 points. 2 points in 15 minutes. But like I say, this is just some scores I'm giving you from preseason. They got preseason games coming up all week. The Clippers played last night also. Beware of them. They might be in the mix this year. So they played last night. They beat the Portland Trailblazers last night, 102-97. Paul George had 12 points last night, 12 points in 16 minutes. Kawhi Leonard, I didn't think, they said they was going to be cautious with him, but he played last night. He had 11 points. 11 points in 16 minutes. Kawhi Leonard, they took him out. He rested the rest of the game. John Wall did not play last night. He had 5 points. 5 points in 13 minutes. So I think they'll be in the mix. They're gonna be all right. Reggie Jackson, he had 7 points in 14 minutes. So that's just some few scores, things that went on last night. There was a game that went on. Also, the Philadelphia 76ers, they played last night. They played the Brooklyn Nets. I was talking about KD and Kyrie yesterday. KD had 13 points. He played 18 minutes. Irving had 9 points. He played 18 minutes. Ben Simmons had 6 points. He played 19 minutes. So we're gonna see. Somebody was saying that they think the Brooklyn Nets or the Philadelphia 76ers gonna be tough in the East this year. Possibly come out the East this year. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So they can handle the Golden State Warriors. One of them two teams. Philadelphia and the Brooklyn Nets. Ha! Good luck with that. Philadelphia 76ers. The Brooklyn Nets might be able to beat the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan. You might be able to get the Lakers. And people are saying that is the Lakers playoff contenders or pretenders? We're going to find out when the season starts. It's a long season. It ain't no sprint. It's a marathon. So we're gonna see. Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers. You know, talking about them. You still got Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks. You forgot about them? And don't forget about them Cavaliers. I was telling you yesterday. They loaded. Woo! I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep preaching it to you. You better be ready when you come play them Cavaliers this year. Woo! They got some talent over there. They young. They want to eat. They're hungry. Woo! Oh, them Cavaliers. Man. And Stephen A. Smith is a New York Knicks fan. He wanted Donovan Mitchell to go to the New York Knicks so bad. And he pissed off with the owners up there in New York because they won't get no superstar. They ain't had superstars since they had Carmelo Anthony over there. And Donovan Mitchell decided to go to the Cavs to play with what I already had and Rubio coming back. They signed Robin Lopez. I talked about it yesterday. Let's say it again. Keep it real. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, what I think. I'm gonna give you my opinion. You give me yours. If you want to hit my chat line, it's wide open. Cavaliers, man. When you go to Cleveland, Lake Erie over there, they got a casino right next door to the arena. Don't go in there and lose your money. You better be trying to get ready to play them Cavaliers because, woo, that coach they got. Woo, that coach. Gonna have them young boys ready. You better be ready. You better be ready to get up and down the court. You better be ready to get up and down the court. Come to camp not in shape if you want to. Them Cavaliers gonna be ready for you. I'm just calling it like I see it. I mean, I used to go to the games up there when LeBron was there, and them fans, they finally got a championship, and they want some more, and they putting together a team up there. They really is. So they're gonna be competing. They're gonna be in the top 5. Guarantee you that. They're going to be in the top 5. Them Cavaliers. I don't know what my Lakers going to do. Don't know. Don't know what they're going to do. You got to show me. AD. Street Clothes Davis. I was talking to some people and I say Street Clothes Davis say he's in the best shape of his life. He's going to be ready this year. He's going to try to win the MVP. Ha! Good luck with that. Let's stay up off that flow. Stay out of them street clothes when the game is going on. Put your uniform on. Get out there and play. How much money are you making? I can understand it when you get hurt. But you're getting hurt too much, Anthony. You're getting hurt too much, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Go to the gym and work out with LeBron or somebody. You gotta stay healthy, Anthony Davis. You just gotta stay healthy. I think with Anthony Davis being healthy, LeBron being healthy, they picked up Patrick Beverley. I think Westbrook game would be a little better this year. If it don't, shame on him. Shame on him for not working out this offseason. Working on this jumper. I read an article on him yesterday. He said he want to win the MVP this year. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Depends on how the coach use you. If the coach gonna let you run the point guard, or put the ball in LeBron's hand most of the time, coming up the court, bringing it up the court. I don't agree with that. If you got a point guard and you got LeBron can play point guard. He can play small forward. He can play power forward. You know, but if you got a true point guard and he's not running the offense, something wrong. Something wrong. I mean, Russell Westbrook should be running the offense at point guard. He should be bringing that ball up 90% of the time from the baseline to the other end. I mean, I know LeBron a bad man. I ain't gonna never take nothing away from him. You know, but there's things that about LeBron that pisses me off. He's a great player. But sometimes, it ain't always about stats. It ain't always about stats, man. I know LeBron likes to win. I ain't gonna take that away from him. He loves to win. He don't like to lose. I don't think no NBA player that's dedicated to the game like to lose. I know Michael Jordan and Kobe didn't. I know that. Magic Johnson. They ain't like losing. Larry Bird. Them guys. You know, so we're gonna see what the Lakers can do. They contenders or pretenders. You know, they didn't make the playoffs last year. They only won like 39 games. So I don't know. They ain't gonna double that this year. They ain't gonna double that. They won't double that 39, 39, 78. Good luck with winning that many. But I think they'll be better than 39 this year. They'll be better than 39 games. I think so. But you still got a lot of teams in the West to deal with. You got the Phoenix Suns, Memphis Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, Denver Nuggets, LA Clippers. And long as the Dame over there in Portland, you know, he might hurt you. I want to tell you a story about college basketball right quick. Jump off of that. I'll get right back to it in a minute. This is on my mind, and I was thinking about this guy played in college basketball. His name was Gary Trent, and now he has a son in the NBA, Gary Trent Jr. He's a good player, plays defense. He can score. He can dunk on you. He can play good defense. He's a good player. Might be a little better than his dad. I don't know. I ain't putting no comparison there, but his dad was a great player. Played in the NBA for a minute. Played at Ohio University. But I was at a game back when Gary Trent Sr. was playing, and he was playing against Akron University. And at that time, my nephew, Tron Jenkins, was playing for Akron U. And I had never heard of Gary Trent. I hadn't seen him play. The Akron U was playing him at home. My nephew, Tron Jenkins, was playing good ball that year. He ended up winning the MVP of the team, MVP his senior year, I believe it was. But anyway, they played Ohio University. Akron U did. And this dude, Gary Trent Sr., he was killing Akron U. I think he ended up with like 42 points that game. I don't know how many rebounds, but I do remember them points, 42 points. Tron dropped like 23, 24. But the announcer for Akron U, Gary Trent was just scoring at will whenever he wanted to. The announcer was, you know how they call the game when he scored? Announcer was Gary Trent. Come down again, Gary Trent. That's all you was seeing to say, Gary Trent. Every now and then you might hear him say Troy Jenkins. You ain't hear him say that much. But he was saying Gary Trent. Gary Trent. Time he scored, Gary Trent. He got so tired of saying Gary Trent. Every time Trent started scoring on him, dropping that 42 on him, the announcer just starts, Trent. Man, that's a story I just want to lay on you because it was so funny. The announcer, that's a story I always bring up to my nephew when I talk to him and we talk basketball. I talked to him about Gary Trent. Remember that game, don't you? He dropped 42 points on y'all. Yeah, I had 23, 24. I said, yeah, but you didn't get the win. Huh? So that's what I'm trying to say about the Lakers. LeBron, you can drop 30 a game, but get the win. Get the win. You know, LeBron had a chance to win the MVP last year if he played them last few games or the scoring title. I mean, he ended up averaging 30 last year. You know, Westbrook only averaged like 18.5 last year, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. But I'm gonna get on you, Lakers. I'm gonna get on you. I'm gonna talk about you. When you mess up, I'm gonna talk about you. You know, LeBron, when you mess up, I'm gonna talk about you. I don't care how good you is. I talk about Street Clothes Davis. I'm gonna talk about all of you. You better win some games. The West ain't no joke. You think you got it easy, but you don't. Them Golden State Warriors, woo! That's Steph Curry. But now let Klay Thompson get his game back together the way it used to be. That's Steph Curry, man. Better hope he don't take no games off. Sit out and rest. Shouldn't be no rest. Better hope that. Play the Phoenix Suns. Woo! That boy Booker, you better hope he don't take a night off. Tell you up. You got to go up again. Oh, LeBron, you got Kyrie Leonard coming back. You better be ready. You know they're going to put him on you. The claw. They're going to put him on you, LeBron. Kyrie Leonard, I know you know who he is. When you go to Brooklyn, you got KD to play against. You go to Philly, you got Joey Bean, Ben Simmons. I don't know what he's going to do with his back, but he seemed to be healthy. He played last night. It ain't going to be easy, Lakers. You got the West, you got the Joker. That boy John Morant going to be coming too. Oh, man, basketball going to be so good this year. I can't wait. I have basketball and football on the weekends. Basketball during the week, going to be a lot to talk about. Every show, it's going to be a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. When basketball start, watching the highlight films, the dunks, the assists, the layups, the missed layups. The Lakers had Shaquille O'Neal with Kobe Bryant for a while. And when Shaquille O'Neal played basketball in 2010, 2011 season, 2010, 2011. Don't think I'm lying to you because I'm about to tell you the truth. Shaquille O'Neal missed 5,317 free throws. Oh, my God. But Shaq was a bad man, but he just couldn't make the free throws. You know how many games they could have won he made his free throws. How many games he cost him by missing free throws, even though he was a great player? He ain't had no jumper. He get you down low and punish you, dunk on you, lay it off the glass, whatever. 5,317 free throws? That ain't his whole career now. That's 2010, 2000. Oh my God. When I saw that stat, I'm like, I can't be real. If you don't believe me, look it up. Look it up. So I just want to throw that out there at you about Shaquille O'Neal. You know, I always like Shaq. I love Shaq, you know. But like I say, you know, he missed a lot of free throws in his career. A lot of them. A lot of them. You know. And that's the thing that I always used to tell people when I coached Pee Wee basketball, Pee Wee football years ago. Free throws win ball games, man. They win ball games. I'll tell you that right now. Free throws win ball games. You know. I mean, how many games have you watched where you've seen free throw shooter go to the line with the game on the line, tied up, 1 or 2 seconds left? You can tie the game or you can win the game, and they miss the free throws. The game might go into overtime, or if the other team is up by 1 and you get fouled, you got a chance to win the game. Go to the line to shoot 2, and you miss both of them, the other team win, or you make 1 and go into overtime. And how much money are you making, man? You standing at that free throw line by yourself. Ain't nobody standing there with you. That's why they call it free. To me, the 2 easiest shots you're going to get in the NBA, basketball, period. The 2 easiest shots you're going to get in basketball, period. And you can vice versa any kind of way you want to. There's a layup and a free throw. A layup and a free throw. Can't get no easier than that. All right. All right. But like I say, the Lakers are contenders or pretenders. So we're going to find out what they're going to do this year. I'm hoping they play good. Because I tell you, last year they really pissed me off. The way they played. I'm so glad they got rid of that coach. I didn't like him from the jump start. Even though he called himself won a championship over there during the COVID-19 down there in Florida. A lot of people say that championship don't count. But they got a ring for it. Trophy for it. So, but I'm glad he's gone. We got a new coach now, the Lakers. We're gonna see what he's gonna do. He came over from the Milwaukee Bucks. He's assistant over there. So we're gonna see if he can get control of the team and let the players get up and down the court. But the Lakers ain't that young now. They ain't a young team. They're not a young team. So you better be ready when you play against them young teams. I'll tell you that right now. And slow the ball down if you want to. But them young boys gonna want to get out there and run. They want to get out there and push it up and down the court like the Memphis Grizzlies. They want to push that ball. Them Cavaliers gonna push it. Ooh, they're gonna push that ball. You better be ready when you go play them. You better be ready to get up and down the court. That's all I can tell you. And them Memphis Grizzlies, they're gonna run. They ain't gonna wait for you to get back down there. That Ja Morant get that ball, he gonna be gone. You better keep up with him. Better get a hand on him. These young teams got these young players that's good and talented and got good coaches. They're gonna push that ball. Cavaliers gonna push that ball, man. They're gonna push that ball up and down that court. I can see it coming right now. Oh, they young talent. They're gonna run up and down the court like horses, man. They're cheaters, man. You better be ready to keep up with them. You know, as much as I love the Warriors and the Lakers, the Warriors ain't that young either. Curry, what, 34 now? About to be 35 going on. Thompson getting up there. Green getting up there. I still pick y'all to win it again. But when you play against some of these young teams, you better be ready. You better be in shape. You better be able to run. They're going to push it on you. Oh, yeah, they is. I don't care nothing about you. Because you the world champs. You got a big star, big S on your chest. They coming at you every game. So we're going to see. The NBA season kick off the regular season. This preseason, this games, later on in the preseason, probably a couple games before the season starts, you'll see starters playing more. You'll see them playing more as the preseason progresses. But like I said, the regular season starts around 17th, 18th, 19th of this month. So today is October the 4th. So about 2 weeks. Regular season be on the way. And we're going to see how some of these teams come out the gate. And like I said yesterday, the key to winning is staying healthy and having good players. But you got to stay healthy. You got to stay healthy, man. You can't, your best one or two best players in basketball can't afford to go down. And when they do, the next man up. I love watching basketball. I love watching football. College basketball going to be coming up soon. I'm going to watch some of that. I'm going to be bringing some of that to you. High school basketball, I'm going to be bringing some of that to you. A few teams I'll be covering in high school that I know about. From Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary, Irish up there in Akron, Ohio, with Drew Joyce head coach. I mentioned that last week. Tron Jenkins and Romeo Travis, assistant coaches. That Drew Joyce, a high school basketball coach, he's got the most state championships in the state of Ohio. He's a hell of a coach. He's a hell of a coach. And they was Division II last year. They're going back to Division I this year. It's going to be a little tougher. We're going to find out. I'll bring it to you. I'll bring you some scores. And I'll let you know what's going on in high school basketball. If any of you out there like high school basketball. I know I do. I like college. But I'm more of an NBA man. I'm more of an NBA man. I like watching the NBA. I like watching them flying through the air, dunking, laying it in. But you got to stay healthy. All right. So I ain't gonna be too long today. That's a few things I just wanted to cover. Get to talk about certain things and jump back and forth. And like I say, I gave out earlier. I gave out my top 5 defensive teams so far after week 4, going into week 5. Defense teams. If you missed it, I'm gonna run them down to you again. Top 5 defensive teams in the NFL going into week 5. And this is not only my top 5. You go to ESPN, CBS, wherever you want to do, pull it up and see what the top 5 defenses is. And that's going to be the 49ers. 49ers is number 1 defense in the whole league right now. Period. Number 1. And they 2-2, but they got the number 1 defense. That defense keep playing the way it's playing, and Jimmy G don't turn that ball over, and they put some points on the board. That defense going to keep them in the game. Yeah, it's just to come down to a point where if the game is close, can Jimmy G win the game for him? Because you ain't always gonna get a defensive turnover to win the game. To put your team in a position where you can win the game. That ain't always gonna happen. So one thing I know about the 49ers, they play field position. And field position is very important in football. It's very important. The 49ers is number 1 defense. The Eagles is number 2 defense. The Buffalo Bills is the number 3 defense. The Dallas Cowboys is the number 4 defense. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the number 5 defense. Those are the top 5 defenses in the NFL right now, going into week 5. I can give you that's for real. That's not my list. It's the list of the NFL. That's what it is. So they put that out, and everybody know that from watching the game last night, how the 49ers defense rolls. They looked really good last night. I commented on it earlier. Glad they got the win. They gotta keep it up. So those was the top 5 defenses. The number 6 defense, I'm gonna run them all down to you right quick. I got some time. The New Orleans Saints is the number 6 defense in the league. I don't know why. But they got to rank at number 6. The Green Bay Packers is number 7. I can go with that. They was number 6, but they went to number 7 after barely win over the Patriots. Packers is number 7 defense. Denver is number 8. They was number 7. They lost to the Raiders, so they're number 8 defense right now. Kansas City Chiefs was the number 15th defense for the weekend. Now they're number 9. Woo! Los Angeles Rams was number 11. Now they moved up to number 10. They got the number 10 defense in the league right now. The Rams do. Was the number 17 defense. Now they moved up to the number 11 defense. Like I said yesterday on my show, Cincinnati gonna win some games because they can score. They'll get back on the winning track. I think their defense is as good as it was last year, but their defense is number 11 right now. Their offense gonna put some points on the board, and if their defense can hold it around, they'll be all right. Cincinnati, Carolina Panthers. They was number 13 defense. They number 12 now. So we got this weekend. We got number 1 defense. 49ers going against the number 12 defense. We'll see how that's gonna work out. Jacksonville Jaguars. They was number 14. But they lost that game this past weekend against the Philadelphia Eagles. They got number 13 defense in the league. Yeah, they do. Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns was number 13. They're number 14 now. Cleveland Browns got number 14 defense in the league. I'm running down these top 20 defenses in the league right now. Okay. Miami Dolphins. They was number 11. They lost that game. Cincinnati. Thought they would win that game. They're number 15 now in defense in the league. Don't know if 2 are going to play this week. I think they rule him out this week. They have. So Bridgewater will be starting for Miami this week. So we're going to see how that's going to go because I had them, I believe, number 4 on my pick, on my top 5. So going to see if they're going to be able to hold that spot this week. Game they got coming up. Los Angeles Chargers, they was number 9 in defense. They moved all the way up to number 16. Now they're number 16. The Chargers, number 16 in defense. Number 17 is the Baltimore Ravens. They was 18. How you go from 18 to 17 after blowing it against the Buffalo Bills? All right. Baltimore Ravens, number 17 in defense. Number 18, they was number 16, but they're number 18 right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're playing defense now without TJ Watt, but you can't blame it on him. Next man up, Mike Tomlin. Supposed to be a defensive specialist. Your defense is number 18 in the NFL right now. Don't know if you're going to win some games like that. Indianapolis Colts, number 19. They was number 19 Sunday. They stayed at number 19. But, you know, like I just said, Pittsburgh had the number 16 defense. They fell 2 spots. They're at number 18 now. And the coach is number 19. And 20, the last one, New England Patriots. New England Patriots defense is number 19. Last week, they was unranked. Their defense was unranked last week. The New England Patriots defense was unranked last week. There's something I was thinking about. I don't know if I want to play this for you guys. I think I am. Something I pulled up. It's on LeBron James. I don't know if you guys. Now I'm gonna be getting out of here. Like I say, hit me up. You can hit me up on my chat line. Hope you watch my show. Subscribe to my show when you go to YouTube. Hit the chat button down there and chat at me tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. That way, you'll know when I'm coming on. It'll come across your phone. So, in case you don't get a chance to catch me live or whatever, we go from there. But before I do this, I don't know if you guys remember a guy by the name of he played basketball in a little while in the NBA. His name was Royce White. Royce White. He's out of Minnesota. Played in the NBA for a minute. He did a thing on LeBron James. He was talking about stuff with Nike. Royce White is a Republican. I'm not sure I agree with what he said, interview he gave, things he said. I watched some of his interviews, some of his videos of him talking, running for congressman or something up there. Yeah, he played in the NBA. I don't know if the guy just don't like LeBron or is talking true facts, but some of the things he say, I just don't agree with. He, like I say, he's a Republican. I'm not a politician, so I'm not going to say I hate Republicans or I don't like Republicans or this and that. It's free will, man. You like who you like. But before I get to that, I did want to touch on the guy I was talking about yesterday, David Benavidez. He's a fighter. He's a boxer, 168 pounds weight class. This guy can't get no fights, man. Don't nobody want to fight this guy. If you ever seen him fight, he's undefeated. He's 26-0 with 23 knockouts. You get in the ring with him, I think that's why they don't want to get in the ring with him. Because he going to put him to sleep. He 26-0, 23 KOs. He ain't messing around. Now they say that he's going to stay at the weight class at 168 for a while. He might end up having to move up to 175. He might not get no fights there. Don't nobody want to fight this guy. They scared of him. I've seen 3-4 of his fights, 3-4, 5 of his fights. He don't take no time off. None. Don't take no rounds off. None. You better be ready to throw some punches or you better run around that ring and get away from him because he coming. If you ever seen him fight, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you better pull him up and watch him. That dude, ooh, throw punches, power. His jab is strong and power. When he throw that jab, it's strong. He'll knock you out with the jab. Woo, that David Benavidez. Ooh, that dude. I'm trying to tell you, he can't get no fights. They're scared of him. You know, back in the day, Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, Marvis Hagler, excuse me, all those fighters, man, they didn't run from nobody. They fought everybody. Now some of these guys, they don't want to make a fight because, oh, I ain't going to fight him. I might get knocked out and mess up my record, whatever. What you scared of? You're going to get paid. That's what you're in the game for. Make money. So, but there's some good boxers out there. You got Stevenson, Gervonta Davis. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I didn't know about it. I found out about it a while back. Excuse me. He had an accident, hit somebody, and ran, and he might be in trouble with that. We'll see what's going to happen with him going forward. That dude Hanley is a good fighter. But that David Benavidez, oof, man, you guys got to watch this guy, man. You know, his brother, he got a brother that fights. His brother ain't that good. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say his brother trash. I think he's fighting for the money, but he don't want some fights. I think he was fighting poop butt guys. You know, guys that I probably can beat. But his brother, man, this dude, one of the best fighters I've seen this year, one of the best fighters. And I want to touch back on Terrence Crawford. They got him ranked number 1. Well, they had him ranked number 1 pound for pound. And they might have moved down to number 2. And they got Spence Jr. number 5 pound for pound. Like I said yesterday, I can't wait for that fight. It's going to happen. You know, you want to make some big money, it's going to happen. Don't be scared of each other. You know, don't wait till you get too old to want to get in the ring. I don't want to see that. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And tomorrow, I'm going to cover a little more football tomorrow, some other teams that I didn't get to today. I'm going to cover some NBA tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow I can bring you some high school sports, football. This is one team, only one team that I'm really interested in, high school football. That's that Akron Hoban, that running back up there at Akron Hoban. Lamar Sperling got a chance to win Mr. Ohio in football in high school. So I must bring you some stats and stuff and up to date on him tomorrow. Also, I didn't get any updates on the fan that lost his life at Pittsburgh at the game yesterday. Well, should I say Sunday? So maybe some of you guys have seen it already. I know about it. I'll check my hotline tonight, later today, and see what they have on updates on that, as far as the investigation going. But I'm gonna play this for you. What this guy said, was said on LeBron and a few other people, Oprah Winfrey, and so I'm gonna play it before I get out of here, so you guys can, if I can get it, pull it up for you. I'm gonna play it.
Was given $1 billion. Can you feel it? Blame it on my mama.
So if I can get it, get it to play right here. Having problems pulling it up.
Was given $1 billion by Nike, the establishment, the anti-human, neoliberal Mark LeBron James was given $1 billion by Nike, the establishment, the anti-human, neoliberal, Marxist, globalist establishment, which is also Church of LGBTQ. He was given this $1 billion to keep his mouth shut about the single greatest humanitarian crisis of our generation. And that is the 2 million people being placed in the concentration camps in China for no other crime than being Muslim. Now, he won't speak on that. Why? Number one, it's an economic injustice that he's done to take that payoff to shut his mouth, because really he should have asked Nike for $40 billion.
Of course.
He should have got at least $500 million a year, if not $1 billion a year, because Nike makes $40 billion of revenue a year, and he represents at least 1/40th of their commercial value and influence.
I agree. 100%.
But he took the billion because when you're a radical materialist and you come from Akron, Ohio, like I come from Minneapolis, or you come from one of these other black communities, you measure your success based on what other black people have. And because other black people don't have $1 billion, he feels that the $1 billion he got is an accomplishment that he can hold over y'all and say, "Look at me,
Right.
I'm successful." But it came with a quid pro quo, and the quid pro quo is you are the new head house Negro. You and Obama, sine qua non black bourgeoisie sellouts, the black bourgeoisie. They are the go-between to the black community. They're the ones that are going to negotiate the terms of our social contract with the establishment from now until whenever.
So you call Stephen A. Smith to sell out too.
He's another one. He's just the comment. You got LeBron as an athlete. You got Stephen A. as a commentary voice. You got Barack Obama as a political figure. You got Oprah Winfrey as the women's right. I mean, pick one. It's hard to find a black public figure who's a celebrity who hasn't sold us out. LeBron James was given $1 billion by Nike, the establishment, the anti.
So I just wanted to put that at you guys. You can make your own assessment on it. What you think? I'm not gonna. I mean, I love LeBron James. He's a good player, a great player, Akron, Ohio. So I'm not gonna comment on that. I might do it later on in the week. But that guy, Royce White, he has some more stuff to say that I might play later on in the week. And then again, I might not. So, like I say, this is Earl J Show, Earl J Sports Talk Show. Hit me up on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. And view my show. Check me out. I want to see what you got to say. You guys act like you're scared to chat in and speak your mind. I've been getting a lot of feedback on my Instagram and my Facebook page and Twitter that I'm doing a good job and keep it up. If I'm doing that good of a job, subscribe to my channel. Give me some love, babe. Don't be scared. It's all good. And if you don't give me no love, I'm going to still keep coming at you every day. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be on at 12 o'clock. Tomorrow at 12 noon. I will be coming to you live tomorrow at 12 noon, and we're going to talk some preseason basketball tomorrow. A few other things sports want to cover. I don't know if I got any hockey fans out there, but soccer. So we can talk about it all. Don't be scared. You got a question? Hit me up. This is Earl J, and I'm out.